FLO has a problem. Not a music problem, but a promotion problem, because on March 20th, 2026, FLO dropped their latest single, Leak It. It's the first part towards them entering their new era, if I'm not mistaken, and this song is everything you would want from them. It's slinky, it's hooky, it leans into early 2000s nostalgia while still feeling polished and modern. In other words, it's pop perfection in my opinion. The visuals are on 10, the vocals are on 100, and most importantly, the hunger is there. It's present. You can feel that the girls are locked in, they're intentional, and they are ready to make a statement. The girls want that crown, and they did not come to play. So the question isn't whether the music is good. It clearly is. The question is this enough to make people obsessed? Is this enough to hand them the crown? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today we're talking all things FLO, all things Leak It. Have you guys heard the song? What do you think? I think it's a 10 out of 10. That MV was spectacular. Thank you very much, mamas. We are full, we are fed. I loved everything about this except for the rollout, which is what we're going to talk about, because I think they could have done more on the social media side to really make this a moment. I want people to be ferociously hungry for new FLO content and for us to be absolutely obsessed with everything that they do. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. In today's pop landscape, music is simply not enough anymore. It's no longer just about streams or views. It's about obsession. More specifically, it's about attention. Being able to tap into the parasocial aspect of pop. I'm talking about the kind of attention that keeps people talking, speculating, participating. It's the kind that turns a release into something that's actually lived in culture. Now, the interesting thing is that the girls already know this. They know that they have to tap into that parasocial aspect and have to, have people's attention. That's quite literally the concept of the music video. And in my opinion, the concept is fully formed and it's incredibly self-aware. The official music video was directed by Olivia de Camps, and it places Georgia, Stella, and Renee inside a satirical wellness retreat for celebrities. But this retreat is not about healing, it's about performance, and it's about relevance. In other words, the girls are in the Khia Asylum. Now, if you're on Stan Twitter, you know what this is, but if you're not, let me just fill you in. So the Khia Asylum is a running joke. It's basically this fictional place where artists get sent to when they have quote-unquote fallen off, or when they're no longer relevant and when they're no longer part of conversation. So from the very beginning, the video is playing into the idea of relevance, who has it, who's losing it, and what you have to do to get it back. Within that space, the girls are essentially being trained to become interesting again. In the music video, we see them being messy and controversial and kind of being coached to say even more and more controversial things in order to get people's attention and to get the internet talking and the tabloids talking, if you will. We see them fighting, we see them being chaotic and leaning into the spectacle. And it's not accidental, it's constructed, because in this world, attention is currency. And this is fully realized in the music video, because at the end of the MV, once they've done all these outlandish things, there's a voice that says, "Congratulations, you are now a relevant girl band." So the girls understand that in order for them to be at the top and in order for them to, wear the crown, they have to toe this line of being a spectacle, of doing too much and doing too little at the exact same time. They understand that this is not about self-improvement, but rather it's about rebranding through chaos, about becoming interesting again, even if that means being problematic. The concept is a 10 out of 10. I love it, which is exactly why the rollout feels like such a missed opportunity in my opinion, because if you're going to make a song about relevance and about becoming relevant again, about manufactured attention, and the rollout itself should make it feel like you're watching something happening in real time. And that is where the gap lies. That is where the problem resides. So this video, I'm going to try and show you guys what I would have done with the rollout so that we can maximize this song to its fullest potential. This is literally how I would have marketed this song for viral success, because the music is there, the concept is there, but the social first campaign is missing. And if your music video is your hero campaign, then everything else should draw from it, extend it, and pull the audience into the world you showed us in the music video. And these music videos are expensive to make, so you really want to try maximize everything you can from the music video. Okay, so imagine this. It's early March, and one day a video gets posted on a well-known pop culture commentary page like the Shade Room, or maybe something less extreme, maybe like TMZ, any of those, a place that thrives on speculation, and a place where the patrons who follow those pages come for like the messiness. We want that type of page. This is important. It can't be on FLO's actual account. People can't know that it has anything to do with FLO. A video will appear onto the internet. The video will be unpolished. It will look like it was taken without the girls noticing. In the video, you'll see that the girls are out at night. They're wearing matching Leak It shirts, but something is off. The girlies are fighting. It's messy, it's tense, voices are raised, emotions are high. You can see that something is wrong, but we just don't know what it is. This won't be a very long video, maybe 10 to 20 seconds, and that's it. Once the video is posted, the internet will do what the internet does best: spread it, because gossip is cheap. As the internet does what it does, you have people reacting to it like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Are they actually fighting? Wait, what are those shirts that they're wearing? Is this part of the music video? Is this fake? The internet. As the video spreads, people will start dissecting it. They'll start slowing it down, building theories, like taking sides and saying, oh no, clearly see this member's in the wrong. No, actually this member's in the wrong, And before you know it, you have a lot more questions than you will have answers. And the narrative will already be taking shape. Then a few hours later, we'll get a response. A post will go up on FLO's official page, a very generic PR statement from the management, something along the lines of, we're taking legal action against the video that's been circulating. Things are not as it's seen. It's taken out of context. The girls aren't arguing. This is just what it's like to be in a girl group. You'll have disagreements from time to time, high emotions, yada, 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 yada. Very stale bread, very controlled and corporate. But instead of calming things down, this PR statement is written to do the absolute opposite. Because now people would be saying, well, if it's just a nothing burger, why are you responding? If it's just a nothing burger, why are you taking legal actions? Because of the PR statement, people are now not just going to be reacting to the video, but they're also going to be questioning the response. And just as the conversation gets more and more and more and reaches its peak, we'll have an abrupt shift. One of the members will go rogue. Like, can you imagine it? Like, people are talking, oh my gosh, guys, what's happening? And then ding, you get a notification. Stella is online. Stella is live on Instagram. Gagged. Like, what? So one of the members will go live. They're not calm. They're emotional. They're heated. Their voices are shaking. Their hands are shaking. They're trying to explain to the audience what's going on. And this feels real. It feels way more real than the actual statement that their management pulled out. It's unfiltered. It's messy. And just as when things look like they're about to be revealed, the live cuts and everything goes silent. No explanation, no goodbye, it's just gone. And to really put the nail in the coffin, when people go back to check on the account is deactivated. Imagine, people will go crazy, like the world will actually explode. The world will go mad because now people are like, why did the live cut? Where did her account go? Are people trying to silence her? Wait, what's actually going on? Is FLO okay? Are my girls okay? Do you guys see the rollout? How tantalizing it would be, how gorgeous it would be. Oh. Anyways, people are going to be freaking out. Theories will come out of everywhere, edits, think pieces, speculation. The story is no longer being controlled by FLO, it's being driven by the audience. And as the audience has more and more questions, they get nothing. No answers, nothing. For a full week, no posts, no clarifications, no resolutions, no spotting of the members anywhere, just silence. And that silence is what will drive people crazy. It's what will get them more looks, more eyeballs on this, because now everyone is waiting for a breath to drop. They're waiting for a hair to drop, literally anything. That's what people will be waiting for. They'll be hungry. And as everyone is waiting and speculating, a trailer will drop. Once that trailer drops, everything starts making sense. Everything starts to click. In the trailer, the girls are being taken to the Khia Asylum, or in the context of the MV, they're taken to this wellness retreat. And on the way there, they are being bombarded and surrounded by paparazzi asking the exact same question the audience has been asking all week. What happened that night? Why are you fighting? What's going on with the group? Why was her account deactivated? Are you coming back onto Instagram? Who's did what wrong? Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. You guys get the vibes. And suddenly, everything starts to make sense. What felt random, what felt like the group was falling apart, was actually a setup. It was marketing all along. The audience wasn't just watching something unfold, they were literally being part of the rollout this entire time. And that shift of understanding that this has just been a plan, a big mastermind plan, is what creates obsession. People would be like, yeah, no, they fooled me. They fooled me, and I'm sat. I'm sat for whatever's coming next. Thank you, mamas. Thank you so much. Give me more. People will be excited for more. People will be like, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. That's what we want. That's the energy we want. And we're not going to make people wait for long, okay? The day after the trailer drops, you get the music video and the song on the same day. And this is the payoff. The music, the visuals, the narrative is finally aligning. And now the audience is not just watching the release, they're watching the resolution to something they've been following in real time for a week. People are invested. They want to see this through. And as they're invested, this is where the campaign expands into the real world. Now that people understand the concept, FLO will begin appearing around London, casually but intentionally, wearing the matching Leak It shirts. They'll be spotted at cafes, at burger joints, crowded places where they can meet fans. And this is when fans will start documenting it, and this will kind of become like a game. Instead of like, where's Waldo? It's like, where's FLO? People will be like, oh my gosh, did you see FLO today? And they'll start sharing locations, comparing sightings, posting clips, and basically participating. And in order to deepen this interaction, there will be an incentive. So if you see FLO out and about and you perform the Leak It dance challenge to them, they will give you one of the Leak It shirts, okay? And now the online and the offline world start to feed into each other. The dance spreads digitally, and the possibility of a real life interaction with the members increases the urgency and the excitement. As far as social media goes, the campaign is going to be in two clear tracks. You'll have, the first track, which is the dance challenge. This is simple, it's recognizable, it's easy to replicate, and it's entry point. This is like girl group 101. You must have a dance challenge or something people can participate in. The second is more identity driven, and this is drawn directly from the lyrics themselves. So the chorus goes, this one's going to teach my ex a lesson, this one's going to get my boyfriend's attention, this one's just for me, myself, and I. So what I was thinking is that we'll take these lyrics and we'll turn it into something fans can use and interact with in their day-to-day life. So the challenge is basically going to be like the FLO Made Me Do It challenge, and fans can post 3 carousels and overlay each carousel with one of those lyrics. And these carousels will be photos of them in their best angles. So obviously you'll see the girls do it first. You'll see the FLO members do it first, where they'll have like carousel photos of them looking good, like looking good, full looks, mirror selfies, maybe even some thirst traps if you nasty like that. And it's basically an excuse to show up and show out and be seen. And that's the whole point. Like, this is about confidence, it's about performance, it's about being visible. What this will do is that we'll give people a framework to express different sides of themselves in a way that still feels cohesive and easy to replicate, and also fun because everyone else will be doing it, you know? It's going to give people what they want. It's going to give people an excuse to look good, to feel hot, to be a little conceited, because we all love being a little conceited. And it's going to give them a format to be able to do this that feels tied to the music and to the fandom. Another thing people can do is that, like, because it's now spring, because it's like we're going to summer, the girly pops are outside looking good with their girly pop friends. So imagine a little TikTok trend where you like lip sync to the third verse in this song. The third verse goes, "If there's someone hot as us in here would like to meet them, then we can take a photo, give these hosts some FOMO, time out for some promo flow." So that entire section, like, can you imagine if the girly pops get together to take a video of them looking good? So, okay, let me just break it down for you, okay? First girl comes in and she's singing, "And if there's someone hot as us in here," then the second girl comes in, "would like to meet them." Then the third person comes in, "then we can take a photo." And then the fourth person comes in, "give these girls some FOMO." And then all the members, all the girly pops come into the frame, "time out for some promo flow." Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I hope you guys see what I'm saying. Like, this will be so great. And I hope you guys do this with your girly pops when you're out in these streets looking fine. Thank you very much. Because, yes, because why not? Because why not? Okay, so these type of challenges that are linked to the song, I think are very important. Like, do you guys know the Dracula song with Tame Impala and Jenny? It's going viral everywhere, and it's like a very cute little easy concept. It's like a very cute little concept that's easy to replicate. And what this does is that it makes sure that fans aren't just engaging with the song, but they're actually using it. They're inserting themselves into the song, reshaping it, and using it to, you know, tell their own stories and using it in their actual lives. And this is what music is about now. It's kind of like the backing track to your own life. This is what music is about now because of social media. And so this helps with that. And it doesn't only bring attention to FLO, but it also brings obsession. Because if you're seeing all of these good-looking girly pops listening to FLO and they're doing this trend with FLO song, you're like, oh, so all the good-looking girls listen to FLO. I'm a good-looking girl. I listen to FLO too. You guys get it. That's literally the way our brains work. Don't even lie. Don't even lie. That's how your brain works, okay? I don't want to hear it. And I feel like this is the part that a lot of artists either get right or they take some time to figure out, because at this point, it's not just about having good music. It's about whether or not you're able to build an ecosystem around that music. You know, if you look at artists like Sabrina Carpenter, the reason that her eras stick out so much and why they align so much is because everything is aligned. The music is strong, the visuals are distinct, and the social rollout keeps people engaged beyond the release itself. You know, it becomes something people can live in rather than just consume. And in this Zara Larsson, she's a very good example of someone doing this correctly right now. You know, the music's always been great, but now that the visuals are tight and the rollout is matching at that level, everything feels stronger. You feel like she's just way more present. You know, the engagement is more intentional, and as a result, the era feels more present, it feels more embedded, it feels more talked about. There's a very clear difference between Zara Larsson before Midnight Sun era and Zara Larsson now after Midnight Sun era. Because, like I've been saying, just because the music is good doesn't automatically mean it's going to create obsession, it's going to create people talking about it. You know, you really need to be able to tap into everything and make sure that everything is pushing the music forward. Okay, so now back to FLO's campaign, because while you're doing this, you also want something spicy, something a little bit different, you know? So while the campaign is reaching its peak, there'll be one final layer. So on April 1st, FLO will release a video on YouTube titled How We Fooled the Internet. April 1st, happy April Fool's Day. Woohoo! You guys get it, okay? And in this video, the girly pops will be showing us everything from them coming up with this concept to staging the fight, the multiple takes it took to get the perfect 10 to 20 second clip that initially blew the internet up. We'll see the directions that were given. We'll see the behind the scenes of the Instagram live, the team members rehearsing the exact moment to cut the live. We'll see the coordination behind the scenes, all the work it took to quote unquote fool the internet. Like, can you imagine seeing Stella there, you know, acting her life out, and then everything cuts and then someone's like, oh my gosh, brilliant Stella, well done, that looks so real, and then someone's currently on Twitter like, guys, it's actually working, people are talking about it, this is insane. It will just be so great. It will just be amazing, you know? And you'll also see the human side of this. So you'll see like friends and family calling the girls, being like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Are you guys fine? Like genuinely concerned, asking what's going on. And then the girls having to stay in character. So calling and being like, oh no, we can't really speak about it, but once I know what's happening, I'll let you know immediately. You know, just fooling everyone, including friends and family. We'll also see the behind the scenes of what happened when the girlies were, you know, out and about in London, them being spotted interacting with fans, and like the laughter between the takes. And this is what I think really will make the audiences cling to FLO, because people like feeling like they're being included. People like feeling like they are a part of something. So once you release the behind the scenes, people are like, I was there, I remember that. And if you're a member and you were like, oh my gosh, what's happening with FLO? As you're watching this, you're getting flashback moments of, I remember my group chat was blowing up because we were like, oh my gosh, did you see Stella's live? Oh my gosh, her account has been deactivated. You were reliving those emotions and those moments, and therefore the parasocialness is growing. I'm sorry, okay? Don't be a crazy fan. Be a good fan. Like me. Come up with crazy concepts that will never happen. Okay, like this is good fan behavior. Okay, this is good math. Yeah, so that's what literally will make people feel closer to FLO and will make them feel close to this specific era and this specific song, because sometimes songs remind you of a specific place and time when you listen to them. So this song will make people remember when FLO fooled the internet, which I just think would be so great, because at the end of the day, FLO makes some of the best music when we talk about girl groups, okay, right now. However, they have a rollout issue, they have a promotion issue. They really need to take a page out of Cat's Eye's book of how to market a girl group, because really they could have people obsessed with them. You know, Leak It is such a great song. It's a song that demands attention. The music video also demands people to be talking about it. So give us something to talk about. That's what I wish this rollout would have been like. And it would have been immersive and interactive, you know, and something people can actually step into, you know, because songs don't go viral by themselves anymore. Experiences do. And if everything is aligned, the music, the visuals, the campaign, then people aren't just listening, they're becoming obsessed. I honestly hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun putting this together. I tried to make it match the budget because this is just one song, so obviously it wouldn't make sense for them to have like an in real life activation, like a pop-up, whatever, for one song. But I still wanted to give something to fans, and I think this is not that expensive, because I don't think it's that expensive to print out 50 shirts, and also everything else could be done during the shooting of the MV. So the girls might be a little bit stretched during the shooting of the MV, but it won't be like an added expense. If there's anything like else that would be like a huge added expense, it will probably be the person who has to edit the how we filled the internet video. But other than that, everything else can be done during the day or the days that they shot the MV. So yeah, that's my proposed fake rollout that I would have given FLO if I was on their marketing team. What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts down below of what you think about this. And once again, go watch that MV. Go watch the music video, because the girls really did their big one with that. They also did their big one with the song. I'm so excited to see where this era takes us and what they're gonna feed us. I'm so excited. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to this video. Tell me what you think. What would you have done? What would you have subtracted? Do you think this would have been a good idea? Would you have fallen for this if it was to happen in real life? And subscribe if you like this, because I'm the girl group theorist. I love talking about girl groups, and I love the renaissance that we're in right now. I hope we never have like a dry spell of girl groups ever again, okay? Because the world was tough. It was dark, okay? We were in the trenches. We were in the trenches during that time. I love seeing new girl groups pop off and pop out, you know, and live their best lives. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye.